Hello everybody, in this video we're going to be looking at mouse events. So I already have a program where I show a rectangle and a text on a pane. This is the result of our program. We have a rectangle, green rectangle, and a text with a hello. So let's first start with the rectangle. We're going to be detecting the mouse clicks on the rectangle. In order to detect mouse clicks on the rectangle, we need to go down and write rect.set on mouse clicked, and we're going to be using lambda expressions. So what do we do when we click the mouse on the rectangle? We can do various things. For example, let's just display the X and Y position of the mouse click. Let's run it. Alright, so here is our program. Let's click on some other places. That doesn't work, and you can see that it prints the location of the click. Here, close to the 0 position, it's becoming less and less, and further from there, the X is going to be big and Y is going to be small. And basically we can see the position of the mouse click. Now let's do a drag. Drag means we're going to be able to move this rectangle to some other position. In order to register the handler for the drag, we're going to be writing rect set on mouse dragged. Again, we're going to be using our lambda expressions, and here we're going to write what? We're going to set the rectangle's X and Y positions to the mouse's X and Y positions. Rect set X e.getX, and rect.set Y e.set getY. Basically, we're going to get the position of the mouse and set the rectangle's position to exactly that one. Let's try it. Alright, so here is our result. Let's click. We see the coordinates. Now let's try to move, and we see that we can move the rectangle to some other position. To some other location. Let's click again. We can get the coordinates of the mouse click within this window, and also we can take and move this rectangle to some other place. The only drawback here is that when we set the position for the rectangle, it's going to set the position of the top left corner. So when I try to move it from other place, it's going to snap the rectangle to that mouse's position. That's one of the downsides of implementing drag in this way. But otherwise, everything is working smoothly. Now let's do something with hello. Let's move it along with the mouse. Wherever I move my mouse, let's make this text move along with my mouse. So since I'm going to be moving my mouse on the pane, I need to register the handler on the pane, because my mouse is going to be moving on the pane, right? So we're going to go here and we're going to say pane.set on mouse moved, and again lambda expression, and inside we're going to do what? We're going to set the text's position to the position of the mouse. And we're going to add a couple of pixels on X so it appears on the right side of the pointer. Alright, so here is the result. We can see that hello text just moves along with my mouse, and also I can drag this rectangle. However, when I drag this rectangle, the code which is supposed to drag this rectangle doesn't have the code to move the text. So I will have to include this inside the drag of the rectangle. Alright, so now let's try to move the rectangle. Yeah, you see, the text also moves with the rectangle. Now let's change the text depending on where the mouse's location is. Whenever we move into the rectangle, let's change the text to some, let's say, inside rectangle, and when we move out the rectangle, let's change the text to outside the rectangle. Since we're going to be acting on the rectangle, we need to register this event on the rectangle. Set on mouse entered. When the mouse enters the rectangle, what happens? We just say text.set text inside rectangle. And when the mouse moves out of the rectangle, we're going to be setting the text into outside rectangle. Alright, so here is the result. Whenever I move inside the rectangle, it's going to show me inside the rectangle. Whenever I move out, it's going to show me outside the rectangle. Also, I can drag this rectangle like so, and also I can click inside the rectangle and see the output. All of these events are being processed by the event handling. If you want to get the full list of the methods to register events like set and mouse dragged, set and mouse entered, set and mouse exited, if you want to see the whole list, just go ahead to the documentation of the node class. Here are they. Set on mouse dragged, set on key released, swipe, zoom, lots of different event handler registration methods. Thank you guys for your attention. I hope you learned something. See you guys in the next one.